Hello. Thanks for giving us the opportunity to tell you about CrowdFactory. Our software platform is helping companies like HBO, Marketo, Molson Coors, and many others put a social boost on all their marketing programs, and we really appreciate you giving us the opportunity to show you how. There is no question that social networks have completely changed the game. Last month, people spent more than 700 billion minutes on Facebook alone, and for a while now, marketers have been trying to tap into this trend. In fact, most companies these days are spending a lot of money and time on their Facebook and Twitter profiles, constantly posting new messages to their feed. But studies show that only a very small percentage, about 15%, of buyers actually trust what a brand has to say about itself because people view it similar to an advertisement. And so while there is some value to engaging people this way, the real promise of social for marketers isn't about updating the profile page for the relatively small group of people who are already fans of your brand. The real promise is about getting to the millions of people out on social networks in a much more credible way by turning your customers into an army of powerful advocates for your brand and creating thousands of peer-to-peer recommendations on your behalf. On the right side here, you see Jane Smith posting about a brand, and studies show that the vast majority, about 76% of people, trust this type of peer-to-peer communication. It's much more credible when a friend tells you something than when a brand says something about itself. And that's really our focus. CrowdFactory gives marketers the tools they need to go get their customers to spread the word on their behalf over and over and over again. Here's how it works at a high level. You're touching thousands of people every day with your website, landing pages, paid ads, email campaigns, and your social profile pages. CrowdFactory gives marketers the ability to put a super compelling social campaign on any or all of those channels in line with the user experience that will drive the kind of peer-to-peer sharing we just showed you. Our platform does two things really. First, it makes it incredibly easy for people you touch online to share your message across their social networks in a natural and seamless way. And second, our apps give them a really compelling reason to do it. We're not talking about simple sharing buttons. CrowdFactory gives you a complete suite of social promotion, social referral, and social engagement apps that will motivate people to share. We built the suite to make sure that the marketer has the right app for the right situation. On your website, you might want to refer a friend program and some event-triggered sharing buttons that will automatically pop up when the visitor takes a specific action. The email marketer might want to extend the reach of an email campaign with a group offer or engage people with a social poll. You might want to put a social sweepstakes on your Facebook page. Whatever the marketing channel, whatever the situation, we've got the right social app for you to encourage peer-to-peer sharing. And when people do share your message, some really cool things happen. Here's an example we did for Jive Software. They were trying to get more people to their user conference. So the marketer grabbed one of the apps from the platform, in this case the referral app, and they deployed the referral campaign on their website and in a few other places online. And so when Jane sees the registration page, we serve an offer that says, "Hey Jane, thanks for your interest in Jive World. Go tell 3 of your friends about the event and you'll get a special discount code you can redeem for $200 off your registration fee." Some notable things happen. One, Jane stays in line in the experience. You paid to get her here. Let's make sure we keep her on the site. And now, out on her feed, there's a message from Jane, not from the marketer, but from Jane to her 500 friends. And so instead of ignoring it 80% of the time, they pay attention to it 80% of the time because it's a peer-to-peer endorsement. With all of our apps, you get all of the tracking mechanics built in. So as Jane participates and people respond to her message, you capture all of that and build a database of social profiles. You can see how big her social reach is, how many times she shared your message, the resulting visits, all the way down to the number of conversions she drove for you. And at the campaign level, you can use our dashboards to see how the campaign performed so you can compare this campaign to others and do what we marketers love to do most, which is test and tune campaigns over time. Let's make it even more real for you. Here's some real examples of CrowdFactory in action that drove powerful word-of-mouth communication for these brands. On the left, you see something we actually did for ourselves. We were giving away a white paper with an email campaign, and so we quickly created a CrowdFactory sweepstakes offer that we deployed to our confirmation page. So now, every time someone gets the white paper, they're automatically registered into the drawing and they're served with a sharing window in line with the experience. To give them an incentive to share, we offered people an extra entry for driving people back to our white paper. We sent the original white paper offer in an email to about 125,000 people, but because of the sharing, we reached an additional 46,000 people and drove another 870 incremental people back to the website. In the middle, you see a social referral program, Jive software, deployed using CrowdFactory. As I mentioned before, they wanted to get more people to their annual user conference, so they offered $200 off the registration fee if you were able to get 3 of your friends to register with you. As a result of the social sharing, they generated more than $40,000 in incremental conference revenue. And on the right, you see a couple of examples from the B2B software company Marketo. They're using CrowdFactory on their Facebook page to trigger sharing wherever they can. They're also using CrowdFactory on their website in the high traffic areas like their videos and white paper offers. In the first 15 days, their inline sharing was displayed to about 16,000 people, and it resulted in an additional 184,000 social impressions. In other words, they were able to get 12 times the amplification from using CrowdFactory sharing features. What we ultimately do for the marketer is extend the reach of all your marketing channels in a big way. Our goal is to turn $1 spent on marketing into $2 by adding a social lift to everything the marketer is already doing. It's as simple as figuring out where you're touching people already and putting a social boost on those touch points to extend the reach further. Now I'd like to walk you through some examples of our social placements on each of these channels. Here are a couple of examples of CrowdFactory placements on a website. HBO uses CrowdFactory on all of their popular TV show blogs. Here you see the True Blood site where CrowdFactory powers a rich commenting system tied to the social graph, so that as people comment in line with that experience, a sharing feature pops up. HBO saw a huge increase with this over standard sharing buttons, and they were able to get more people talking about their shows on social networks. On the right, you see a referral offer that online gaming company Outspark used to promote one of their popular games. They wanted to get loyal customers to help build their brand on the social web and drive more traffic to the site. So they offered people free virtual goods if they were able to bring 3 friends back to register on the site. It took just a few minutes to create the offer and grab a few lines of code that our software auto-generated for them to pop onto their website, and they were able to increase traffic and acquire new customers very quickly this way. Now let's take a look at how you can add a social boost to your email campaigns. On the left side, you see discount e-tailer openairdeals.com. They do a lot of email marketing to engage their customer base and get them to buy more outdoor gear. In this case, they actually used 2 different CrowdFactory apps. In the main banner of the email, they used a social poll asking, "What's on your holiday wish list?" where people were automatically taken to a destination page with a CrowdFactory poll that had sharing in line. But I want to point out something else in the email that has an even bigger impact. They're now putting a referral offer at the bottom of all their emails to encourage people to invite their friends to openairdeals.com. This is a CrowdFactory app as well, and it takes you to a Facebook page that they were able to create very easily with our platform. Simply by adding these social campaigns, they were able to get their message placed on the feed of an additional 42,000 people in a peer-to-peer way. That has tremendous monetary value for them. On the right side, you see a Molson Coors email campaign. It's a similar use of a poll in an email to engage people and get them to share the email content to their social networks. They originally sent the email to 180,000 people, but as a result of all the sharing, they extended the reach by another 125,000. If you have a big audience on Facebook already or want to grow your presence there, we make it really easy to manage social campaigns on a Facebook page. You might want to use the Facebook presence as a destination for other campaigns, or as a standalone feature to engage people better on your Facebook presence. Or you might want to put up a powerful like gate to drive up followers. CrowdFactory makes it easy to manage a truly engaging Facebook presence. And finally, our newest marketing channel, we now have the ability to put a social boost on ad banners. Here you see one we're doing with H&R Block that offers 20% off for you and your friends. And when people share, out on their feed is a message from Sally to all of her friends. This is really exciting because we're seeing an average of 5 people click through on those shares. So you're basically turning that one person into 5 resulting visits. Okay, now you see how we can put a social lift on all your existing marketing channels. Sometimes you just want to create a standalone social campaign, put it on a landing page that you can drive people to. Our platform gives you the ability to create that landing page very quickly, and we'll host it for you with just a few clicks. Here you see a campaign quick office date. It was a social sweepstakes. And on the right, you see a timed group offer that Stars ran for their popular show Torchwood. Both of these were deployed to a landing page in just a few minutes. So, no matter what the online channel, you'll now drive more peer-to-peer sharing for your brand than ever before by making it really easy for people and compelling for them to do it. And here's where it gets really interesting. As your audience participates with the CrowdFactory social apps that you layer onto your marketing channels, our tracking mechanics automatically capture all of the sharers' social profiles and builds a database of those individuals. We capture their profile name, their sharing source, their sharing activity, their social reach, and the impact they make to your bottom line. You can also capture anything else you want to ask for in the user flow, like birthday, gender, company, and phone number. You get incredibly powerful data, and you can build a super powerful social CRM database that you can then remarket to time and time again. With a database of thousands of new potential customers, you have the ability to really drive customer acquisition fast. We give you sophisticated segmentation tools so you can reach out to specific groups with a customized message. If you want to reach out specifically to men or women, or only your biggest influencers, or people under 30, whatever the right segment, you can now do that with our social CRM functionality. Finally, we give you powerful real-time dashboards and analytics that you can use to see the performance of each of your campaigns so you can test and tune and optimize performance over time. Just like with emails or banner ads or any other marketing program, you need to be able to see the results so you can fix the things that aren't working and do more of the stuff that is. At the end of the day, we want to make sure you understand the ROI of your investment in each social campaign. Hopefully you understand how CrowdFactory can accelerate word of mouth for your company. It's a super powerful tool, but we also made sure that it's extremely easy to use. The interface is very, very intuitive. You can build a campaign in just a few simple steps, and you can also publish the campaign to all of your different marketing channels very easily as well. Our goal is to make sure you're successful at every stage, and we'll support you at each step of the process. New customers go through an onboarding process with a dedicated customer success rep, and if you want additional help, we have a few customer success packages you can choose from. Also included with your subscription, you'll have access to tech support. You can call or email your rep, or go to our online community 24 hours a day. But don't listen to us. What's more important is what our customers say about us. Here are a few customer quotes. I like the one at the top left from John Miller at Marketo, who says, CrowdFactory enables you to add a social boost to every campaign we run. That really sums it up quite nicely. When you're ready to start driving more peer-to-peer endorsements for your company across the social web, we're happy to put you in touch with some of our customers directly. To recap, we offer a complete social campaign management platform. Our cross-channel capabilities are the best in the business. We help you grow your marketing database quickly with social profiles. We help you measure all your social efforts with a dashboard and analytics tools, and we make sure you're successful all along the way. Feel free to give us a call anytime. We're happy to answer any questions you might have or give you a personal demonstration of the platform. Thanks so much for giving us a chance to tell you about CrowdFactory.